What's up, guys? We're back today with the Puribag. Okay, so if you've seen previous videos, you know about this already. So I'm going to repeat some of that today for those of you who haven't seen this. But what we're going to do today is we're going to demo the Puribag and its filtration and purification capability. Okay, so this is the Puribag. It's a 10-liter bag. It has a carbon filter on the spout here. Okay, and then it has a micro filter here, which does further filtration. So what we're going to do is we're going to get water out of that disgusting pond behind my house. We're going to put it in the bag. We're going to put the solution in. We're going to shake it for 5 minutes, then let it hang for 30 minutes, okay? The solution's going to work its magic, and I'll explain what it's doing. Then we're going to filter it through the carbon filter, filter it through here, and then I'm going to drink it, okay? So I've never drank pond water before, so this will be something special, okay? So let's walk over to the pond, fill this guy up, and get started. All right, guys, so as we're walking over to that pond over there, the Puribag comes with this spout connected, okay? And you can take water out of the Puribag using that spout. What I've done is remove that spout because we're using the Micro Pro filter. The Pro comes with the tube that you can connect to the Puribag to accomplish more filtration, okay? So I've already taken this off and I've connected the hose. Now, since I'm going to be filling this up, I'm going to be dipping this into dirty water. So I have this little clip here. I'm going to pinch the hose, take the filter off while I'm filling it up, okay? Once I have it filled up, we're going to turn it over. We're going to put the solution in, then we're going to close this end, all right? So let's get over to that pond and fill her up. All right, guys, here we go. We're going to fill this guy up. I took the hose off, okay? So let's go. This is really soft. I just hope I don't fall in. Oh, yeah, it's squishy, man. All right. So, real world situation, you want clear or translucent running water, right? You don't want stale, stagnant, standing water. But you may not always have the choice. So we're gonna get some of this. Wow, this water is actually pretty clear. It's not as turbid as I thought it would be. So we're gonna stir it up a little bit. We want it to be dirty for demonstration purposes, right? We want to show the power of the Puribag. So we're simulating really disgusting situation, right? Water that you would never think to drink of. So I'm not filling it up all the way. This should be enough for demonstration purposes, okay? This is turd water, some nasty stuff, as Kern 1776 would say. Hey, man, what's going on? BattleBox turned me on to this. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. We're doing our own test here. So let's get this back over to the tree and we'll start the process. Okay, let's go. Back at the tree, I got the hose connected. I took the filter off and I clamped the hose just so when I shake it, water doesn't come out, okay? I'm going to put the solution in. We're going to shake it up. I'm going to tell you what's happening, okay? So I'm going to put this down by the tree so it doesn't spill. Of course, the guy that's always prepared forgot his knife. So I have to use our teeth. All right. In it goes, the magic solution. P&G purifier of water. What is it? It's basically chlorine. What does chlorine do when it hits water, when it hits dirty water? Well, it sanitizes, it kills bacteria, virus, protozoa. It also causes flocculation. It also causes coagulation, as well as the disinfecting effect. So we're going to see that happening here in a couple minutes. After I shake this, we're going to hang it up, and then we'll go over the numbers, right? How safe is it? So we have it sealed. Now we got to shake for 5 minutes, okay? Shake it up. We'll come back in 5 minutes, and we'll keep moving, okay? We'll see you then. All right, guys. Been shaking this for at least 5 minutes. Sweating over here, getting a bi workout. So we're going to hang this up now. And it's flocking, baby. Look at this. Immediately, you see the coagulation of the particles, right? So microscopic particles, contaminant, mixing and binding with other microscopic particles, right? Creating larger ones, sticking together, and then gravity takes over. So there's a gravity system, right? So you're gonna let this guy bake now for 30 minutes and let all that nasty stuff. There's an insect in there. Look at that. That's delicious. Oh, I can't wait to eat it. It's like extra protein. Um, so we're gonna let this do its magic. Let all this nasty turd water come to the bottom, and we'll be back in 30 minutes. But before we do that, what are the numbers? So 7 nines. 7 nines of bacteria will be killed with this solution. Calcium hypochlorite is the active ingredient. Again, that's a form of chlorine. So 99.99999% of bacteria will be killed. So E. coli, salmonella, that kind of stuff, okay? 4 nines of virus will be killed. 99.99% of virus will be killed. Hepatitis A, virus type things, okay? And 3 nines of protozoa will be killed, okay? So was that fungi, and I don't know what else that is, but 3 nines of protozoa. So at the end of this 30 minutes, this water will be drinkable, okay? Disregard the fact that we're going to filter it 2 more times. It's drinkable. Everything in here that was living, all the living organisms that were in here, the parasites, whatever, bacteria, virus, that's going to be dead. This water is now drinkable, okay? So we'll let this guy bake, and we'll be back in 30. All right, guys, so I'm setting up my tripod here so we can watch the 30-minute time lapse. But I saw not one thing swimming around in here, but 2 things. I'm assuming that it died and it floated to the bottom. That's a shame. I would have loved to have gotten that on camera. But we had a swamp creature floating in here. I don't know, Curran, if you drank some swamp creatures, but I'm about to, man. You might have to do another video after you see this one, buddy. All right, so it's doing its thing. So we're gonna set it up on the tripod, and we'll be back. All right, guys, we're only about 5 minutes in. I want to say a few things. So if this water is yellow after the 30 minutes, you're going to want to treat it again, okay? You're going to want to put another packet in, shake it up for another 5 minutes, and then let it sit for another 30 minutes, okay? That's really, really dirty water. If you have to do it twice, that's really dirty water. Now, if you have a river or a stream or even running water from your tap, maybe you have a boil water order in your neighborhood, the power's out, there's an issue with the water, you can put it in this system and purify it. But if you have running water, you can probably push that through a Grail or a Life Straw all day long, okay? The key here is we're able to do very large amounts of water and very, very dirty water. Now, those other systems can do the job, absolutely. You can push this dirty water through that Grail, but you're going to dramatically shorten the lifespan of that filter, and we don't want to do that, okay? We want those things to last. So when you have dirty, dirty water, this is the solution you want to go with. Then you can stick that water in a Grail if you want to, or you can drink it straight, okay? But the thing here is you find a water source, everyone gets hydrated, you process a lot of water, you fill everyone up, and you can even store this in your backpack and keep moving, okay? You may not have another water source for a while, but now you have a lot of water, okay? So that's the difference here, okay? So keep that in mind, and we'll let this guy keep baking here. It's getting good. It's getting clear. Here's an example of bottled water. Okay, so we're not quite there yet. This is bottled water, and this is turd water. But we're going to get there, all right? We'll see you in 30. So we're about 10 minutes in. I want to talk about this filter real quick, okay? So this is pretty much like a Life Straw, okay? So the micro filter or the micro pro filter. One has the hose, one doesn't have the hose. Either way, it's the same filter. So now, if you don't want to use the bag, if you have clean, well, not clean water, but clear water, you can pop this cap off, go to your water source, and suck the water through, just like a life straw. Or you have a threaded bottom here. You can take a water bottle, and you can screw it on to the water bottle, okay? And you can drink from there. Got to take this little green cap off right there. I'm telling you, they're making these water bottles cheaper and cheaper. If you had a smart water bottle, or maybe like an Aquafina, those bottles, the plastic on those bottles was a little thicker, and there's more thread on it. But there we go. Okay. So now you can squeeze like a Sawyer, squeeze the water through or suck it through. Okay. Like that. And tighten it enough. There we go. All right. So that's the filter. So that's another option for you. If you don't want to use the bag, if you don't have to use the bag, you have flowing water, you can just use the filter like a life straw. All right. Close that back up. We'll be back. Okay, guys, we're 20 minutes in. Sun is setting fast. I'm just looking for floaties. You know, if you tap it here, they're sticking to the side. Not really sticking. They're just kind of laying in the seams. There's these little folds. So every now and then, I just like to tap it. 10 more minutes. We're going to tie this off with the other clip that comes with. Okay, so it comes with 2 clips. Clip on the bottom, and then this clip. Okay, now this clip doesn't seal it completely. Okay, what you're supposed to do is twist the bottom and then clip it. I don't like to do that. I've done this a few times. Whenever I touch this, just putting pressure on that to turn it pushes some of the stuff back up. So I don't do it that way. I just clip it directly how it is. I just pinch it and I clip it. Now, when you do that and then you open up the bottom, all the gunk's going to fall out. But you'll also see some water dripping out. And that's okay because it's flushing out the bad stuff, okay? So it's not a big deal if a little bit comes out. You want to flush that bad stuff out of there. Then we'll seal the bottom back up. We'll take this clip back off, and then we'll be able to drink from up here, all right? Couple more minutes. All right, so I think we're about 26, 27 minutes in. Good enough for me. Now, I've done this a few times, drank this water a few times. I never saw floaty things. I never saw things swimming. So I'm a little apprehensive, but I'm going to do it anyway. All right. So remember, I pinched the hose, and the microfilter has a cap on it. Right. So I'm going to connect the microfilter. I'm going to take the clip off, and then once I take this cap off, gravity is going to take the pressure is going to be released. Gravity is going to take over, and water is going to come out. All right. Before we do that, we got to get rid of the yucky stuff. Right. We got to get rid of the garbage. So let's do that. Forgot about that. So remember, I'm not going to twist it. I don't want to disturb the water, okay? Do not disturb the water. I'm just going to pinch it and clip, all right? So now we can stir that up. I don't care. It's not going to go back inside, all right? I'm going to pull this off, and the poopy water is gone. Remember, I said it's going to drip a little bit, right? So it's flushing itself out. Now, I'm going to fold it back. I'm going to put this guy back on. There we go. So it's sealed again, okay? We got all the poopy water out. We can take this clip off. See that big bubble? That stirs things up. So definitely want to get that bad water out of there. All right, so we're done with that. We'll put the filter on now. Make sure that's closed. Okay. And unclip this guy. Now, I've had this clipped for, I don't know, maybe 40 minutes now. So I just want to make sure that it's rounded out again, right? And open this guy up. And then we have water flowing, okay? You see that? So now it's being filtered not only by the carbon filter. So what does carbon do? It's activated charcoal, right? So we put chlorine in to kill and disinfect and neutralize anything living in there, bacteria, virus, protozoa. What does activated charcoal do? It removes the chlorine, okay? So chlorine in, chlorine out. So it's adsorbing, not absorbing, adsorbing to the activated charcoal. It's removing some of the floaties, some of the larger particulates, some of the larger contaminants. It's also improving the taste of the water and the smell of the water. And then we have our life straw-like filter here to further filter out the water. So without further ado, it's getting really dark. I'm going to take my delicious water. I'm going to dump it out. I drink some pond water now. I'm a pond water type of guy from now on. So remember, now you're at the base camp or wherever you are, you're going to fill everyone up, right? So we're going to come down here. I'm going to take a sip, swish it around in my mouth, spit it out so you can see that it's in my mouth, okay? The internet doesn't believe me sometimes, the things I do. Say, oh, you didn't drink that water. You switched it. Nope, this is it, man. All right, we're just going to let it flow. I have no smell at all. Okay? Get some more. Remember, the first step, the powder, the solution, killed everything. At that point, the water's drinkable. We just like to filter it more, right? We like to get the chlorine out. We like to get the little floaties out. And then we like to filter with the filter here. I think it's 0.1 micron. So that's pretty damn small. It's getting everything. All right. Is that enough? Here we go. That's good stuff. All right, man. That's the Puribag. I hope you liked it. Hit me up in the comments if you have questions. Go to mountainready.online to pick yours up today. Use code Puribag for 10% off anything Puribag while supplies last. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.